Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back to my channel. Well, if you're looking for a quick and easy way to mass produce your Christmas cards this season, you're absolutely in the right place. Today, I'm working with one gorgeous embossing folder that has the most beautiful holiday detail, and we are pairing it with some simple ink swiping and a delicate Merry Christmas sentiment. We are keeping the overall design clean, elegant, and consistent, but feel free to switch up your sentiment or add a little bit of bling to make it your own. Let's jump right in and start creating. Today, I'm so excited to be playing with this branching holly embossing folder from the latest And Everything Nice release by Simon Stamp. Now, I have to say, I'm completely in love with this folder. It creates the most exquisite impression of twisting branches adorned with those clusters of holly leaves and berries. And well, because it's 3D embossing folder, you get that gorgeous dimensional texture that instantly elevates any card design. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you might remember that I used the same exact embossing folder to create the blackout technique, which gives the most dramatic textured details. But today we are doing something totally different. Now, instead of applying the ink to the debossed areas like we do in the blackout technique, we will be swiping our ink pad right over the raised portions of the design, and the results are so stunning. Just take a closer look at that gorgeous texture from this embossing folder. Whether you ink the raised areas or the debossed side, both give incredible results. The prickly holly leaves, those little berry clusters, and that intricate detail on the branches all come together so beautifully. Now, for my cardstock panel, I'm using a rich maroon shade. Reds and maroons always give me that cozy, nostalgic holiday feeling, from Santa's hat to those bright holly berries. Christmas just feels delightfully red and sparkly to me. That's exactly why I chose maroon for this design, and honestly, maroon and gold go together as a perfect festive pair. Now, I did spritz some water on that maroon panel before running it through the embossing folder. That's because the water will soften the fibers on the paper and it will prevent any cracking or tearing of the paper. Take a look at how gorgeous this design looks, be it the raised embossed side or the reverse embossed side. I would absolutely love using both of these sides to create gorgeous card fronts. The next step in creating this card is to gently swipe our ink pad across the raised areas of the embossed design. You can really use any ink color that complements your cardstock color, but I wanted to bring in that festive touch, so gold it is. At first, I tried the rose gold pigment ink from Altenew. It looked beautiful, but against that rich maroon background, it leaned a bit more copper than I wanted. So I switched to a metallic gold pigment ink pad and lightly swiped it over the entire panel, making sure those raised details picked up all the color. Unlike the blackout technique where I go pretty heavy handed with my ink swiping, this time I'm keeping a much lighter touch. I don't want too much ink on the flat areas of the panel, but honestly, it's not a strict rule here. You'll notice that I do get a few spots of the ink on the flatter areas, and I actually love that effect. It adds a bit of an extra sparkle and gives the panel a slightly vintage, worn in look. I continued swiping the ink pad back and forth until all those raised areas, including the holly leaves, the berries, and the branches, were beautifully coated in that metallic gold color. Once I was happy with the amount of gold on all of those raised areas, I went ahead and added a bit more interest by swiping my ink pad along the edges of the panel. Well, at this stage, I absolutely love this panel, but what's Christmas without more gold in it? Now, when you run the ink pad along the edges, it gives the border a gorgeous gold metallic finish. Now, you don't have to be super precise with this step. There are a couple of ways to do it. You can either gently press or dip the edges of the panel onto the ink pad, or you can do what I'm doing here and simply swipe the ink pad along the edges. Those slightly uneven streaks of gold around the edges actually look beautiful. They tie the whole design together and make it feel much more cohesive than leaving a plain crisp maroon border next to that beautiful rich gold texture. At this point, you can absolutely leave the panel as is. It already looks beautiful, but I wanted to add a little extra sparkle, so I bought in some of that gold distress Spritz spray. Now, you could also flick on a few drops of metallic gold watercolors if you prefer, but I was going for an all over shimmer. I gave the panel a couple of light spritz and set it aside to dry while we move on to stamping and die cutting our Merry Christmas sentiment. My go to stamp and coordinating die set for almost any Christmas project has to be the Peaceful Trees set by Simon's Stamp. It's one of their older releases, but I think it came out somewhere around last year, maybe around September. But I reach out to it every single time I'm creating my holiday cards. Now, I stamped the Merry Christmas sentiment onto a piece of black cardstock using clear embossing ink and then added gold embossing powder and heat set it with my heat gun. Now, this is a very delicate sentiment, so you have to make sure that your heat gun is nice and hot before running it through the paper, and also make sure that the heat gun runs over the sentiment and is not focused just at one place. You don't want that powder to over melt because the sentiment is very delicate here. After heat setting the sentiments or any images for that fact, I like to give it a minute or so to cool down before I use the coordinating die to cut it out. I just love how clean and intricate this die cut looks, and it gives the sentiment such a polished and elegant finish. I cut out the sentiment twice using that remaining piece of black cardstock just to add some dimension to the sentiment. Now, if this was a thicker sentiment, I would probably use foam tape, but since this is such a detailed, intricate sentiment, I like to stack multiple sentiments to create that dimensional look. I stacked each layer using liquid glue. You could also use spray adhesive for this, but I feel liquid glue gives more of that wiggle room just to make sure that all of those layers align perfectly. Please excuse all the screaming in the background. My little one was clearly in a very playful mood today, and he's well at a stage where screaming is his favorite form of communication. Anyway, back to our card. My maroon panel is completely dry, and off camera, I also created a second panel using green cardstock. You'll notice in the video how different the gold shows up on the maroon versus the green. Both are gorgeous. You can really use any festive color that speaks to you. Now, I did go ahead and create another sentiment strip by stamping the Merry Christmas sentiment onto craft cardstock. I do have a bunch of these ready in my stash, but I love how the gold embossed sentiment on black cardstock really pops up against that textured background. Now, before adhering the sentiment, I like to pop up the entire embossed panel onto my card base using foam tape. It adds such a beautiful dimension to the finished card. Once the panel is in place, I used liquid glue to attach the Merry Christmas sentiment right at the top center of the card. And as always, I love using my T-square ruler to make sure that everything was lined up perfectly straight. You can definitely add some bling or sequins if you'd like, but I decided to leave these cards just as they are. There's already so much shine and sparkle happening in the background, and since we are mass producing, I like to keep the steps as simple and minimal as possible. This design is super easy to recreate in different colors, and you can always switch up the sentiment. It even makes for a wonderful gift set. Imagine a bundle of 5 or 10 cards that you could gift to your loved ones. Well, here's a look at the finished card, and I absolutely love how this turned out. Off camera, I went ahead and made two more cards, one in green and one in navy blue. Let me know in the comments below which color is your favorite. Well, I had so much fun creating these cards, and they were so easy and simple to create. It took me maybe 10 minutes to create each card, and that was also because I had a lot of die cutting to do with the sentiment stacking, and also the drying time took a little more time. I had so much fun creating these cards. They came together so quickly, and honestly, the only time consuming parts were the die cutting since we stacked multiple layers of the delicate sentiment dies and while waiting for the shimmer spray to dry. Other than that, each card takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes, which makes the design perfect for mass producing. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and found some inspiration for your own holiday crafting. All the supplies that I used will be listed in the description box below. Please note that all of those links are affiliate links, which means that if you shop using one of my links, I'll get a small commission at no cost to you guys. Thank you again for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe.